right, we're here for another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered. We're coming in for this last week, man. We're going to talk a lot of Super Bowl. We got a lot of Super Bowl to talk about coming up. We got some NBA stuff we're going to hit. But, man, we got a week full of sports, man. Some good talk we're going to have coming up. We got the fellas with us. Come on, say hi to everybody, fellas.
Good evening, good evening.
All right, yeah, we can't start, man. For the last 6 or 7 weeks, we've been having a fan segment. We've been having the same person on. We've been having Greg. He's a big Rams fan, and every week he came on talk about how the Rams was gonna win, how the Rams was gonna win, how the Rams was gonna win, and guess what? Rams won.
They won.
All right, so we had to have him come back, man. We're gonna have him be in this first segment where we're gonna talk about some Super Bowl stuff, man. Y'all go ahead. There he is, right there.
Big G.
Buddy. Them Super Bowl champs. What can I say?
Hey, that's it.
Man.
All right, man, let's kick this thing off. We're going to talk about the game, man. It was a phenomenal game. As a matter of fact, I think this playoff might have been one of the best playoffs from start to finish in a long time, man. It was just phenomenal. Every game was almost like a field goal coming down to the last thing, so we had a blast. But look, what was your thoughts on the game? Greg, you here, you got your Ram stuff on. You go ahead and kick it off.
Well, I kick it off. Yeah, all I can say, Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl champs. Like I said, it was a close game, awesome game. I didn't think Cincinnati was going to give us such a hard game, but, you know, they've been there before. They went through, you know, they Super Bowl AFC champions, so I ain't surprised they did, though. But overall, Stafford, he had a good game. But like I've been saying, we want to go as far as he take us. Although in the 2 interceptions he did have, you know, I don't say it was his fault because I feel on that first one, Jefferson should have came back and helped him out. And the second one, Cincinnati didn't even catch the ball. I don't know what he was thinking. But overall, it was a team win. The offense, Cooper Kupp did his part. Coming down that last drive, he made the completions. You know, Stafford gave him the ball, and that no-look pass, they're going to be talking about that for a long time. And then you came down with Donald. That should have been MVP, that Aaron Donald. Because without him putting that pressure on that 3rd and 1 and that 4th and 1, man, you could be talking about a Cincinnati fan right now, but you're not. You're a LA Real fan.
That's right.
That's good. Elliot, what do you think about the game?
Man, I did not expect it to be that close. I really thought it was going to be a 7-point margin with the Rams winning. I never imagined they were going to keep it that tight and even take the lead.
Right.
I ain't see it coming. The Rams disappointed me. They ain't covered the spread. They did win the Super Bowl. But I really thought that field goal, that extra point, was going to come back to haunt them at the end. In a way, it did. The only thing that kind of helped them out was those pass interference calls at the end, so it really didn't make a difference. You know, they had 5-6 tries at a touchdown. It was a 4-down area, so they was going to get a touchdown on it either way. If they didn't, something was wrong.
Right.
I do give credit to the Rams defense. Like you said, Donald, he probably should have had the MVP, man, just based off the last 2 minutes of the game. He really took control of the defense did, and it was the difference in the game, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Howard, your thoughts on the game?
Great game, man. Great game. From start to the finish, man. I still, you know, this is just me. You know, I'm an official. I do basketball and football. I just think that they should have continued making the same calls that they did. No calls in the first half. You know, some blatant, some were blatant. But I will say this: they gave Kupp the MVP. If my boy wouldn't have got hurt, he would have got MVP. Hands down, Odell would. Tony, you were right. Tony, you was right about Odell. Odell was handling his business until he messed his knee up again. But man, you got to get all that credit to that. You got to get most of that. 80% of that credit to that defense, man. That defense handled their business in the second half. Donald should have been the MVP, but man, can't take nothing from the Cincinnati Bengals, man. I will say this: whoever their defensive coordinator was, he need to be fired. Get him off the field, man. You made some and then the coach, the head coach made some bonehead run plays against. Come on, man. Throw the football on fourth. You gonna run on these dudes? Throw the football, man. What is wrong with y'all? But man, overall, man, all credit goes to the Rams, man. Heck of a season. Glad to see Odell get one. Glad to see the Rams win another one.
Tony.
Hey.
First of all, Greg, I would like to share with you that although you're the Rams fan, you are only the second happiest person on this video chat because number one, my preseason Super Bowl pick, I said with the Rams and everything they had when they got Matthew Stafford, which was a real quarterback, they were going to win the Super Bowl. But the second reason was what I told you and Howard alluded to it. Odell Beckham Jr., all he was missing was a real NFL quarterback. We are not talking about a Heisman winner. You know, we're not talking about college. This ain't the Big 12. This is the real NFL. And when Odell Beckham Jr. learned the offense and have a real quarterback throwing to him, it's clear who he could be. And I'll even go this far. You guys didn't think it was going to be a close game. I tell you, it wouldn't have been a close game had Odell Beckham Jr. not blew his knee out. Because for all intents and purposes, the Rams could not run the ball, but the Bengals could not stop them from. They were double teaming Cooper Kupp, and they were leaving. He was having his way with them, and I believe it would have been a much larger spread. But shout out to the Bengals. They weren't supposed to be here.
No.
You know, they weren't supposed to be here. They're a year or two early. They weren't expecting to be here this soon, and so they've overachieved. And to me, it just sets up for the AFC is going to be crazy for years to come, man. Aaron Rodgers better do his thing and stay in Green Bay or stay in the NFC because it ain't no easy wins in the AFC no more because those boys. So kudos to the Rams, definitely. But I'll give props to the Bengals. I'm just glad that my pick was right from the beginning of the season. Mark it down. I can go back and listen to the tape. We all know it was.
You picked that from the beginning, man. I think it was a good game. Really, I think the score was close, but I don't think the game was close. I think really LA, man. I think LA just manhandled them. I think once your boy went down, OBJ went down, that turned the game. And even then, after they got over the initial shock that he won't there, they really was putting together stuff on them, man. It really wanna. To me, in my opinion, it felt like Cincinnati was a eighth seed in the tournament that won some buzzer beaters, then got to the finals and got blew out by them boys who was just better than them. That's how it really didn't feel like Cincinnati should have been in the game.
No, sir, man.
It felt like that was game. It felt like the Super Bowl. They would really want. It should have been somebody. It should have been the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
You do have a good point, Howard, because like you said earlier, that defense dominated Cincinnati. Cincinnati could not really move the ball except those big plays. They got us on big plays for they scores.
You take away those two big plays. You take away those two big plays.
The Rams defense shut them down. They did shut them down.
So what did Cincinnati defense do? Make me understand that.
No, they shut down the run. No question.
Yeah, but they didn't need to run. They didn't need to run though.
Needed to run.
If OBJ hadn't got hurt, he'd have had over a buck. He'd have had over a buck by himself. Yeah. And then Coop might have had a buck because y'all wouldn't have been able to double team him like that.
Coop wasn't getting a buck. They were gonna double team him anyway.
Coop almost got a buck in the double team. Coop was punishing y'all in the double team. To me, in my opinion, it was a close score, but it didn't feel like a close game. It felt like
it actually was down.
It did to me.
What'd you say?
It did to me.
They actually were down.
Yeah, but it never felt that way to me.
You have a good point because when they went down, I felt like they were gonna come back. I said the Rams can come back and win this.
Listen,
This ain't
That
San
was
Francisco
Virgil
before
defense.
he hurt his knee, man, it might have been a blowout.
No,
Mhm.
no,
With-
Bishop,
It
stop
might-
playing.
I
Stop,
don't see them
y'all.
being
Stop
able to
it.
score
Stop.
no more than
Stop.
how much did the Bengals
Stop.
score? 20?
20.
Stop.
I think that's
man.
all they could have scored was 20.
Stop.
And
It
I
still
think
won't
that's
be no
all they
blowout.
could have scored was
Stop.
20. And one of them scored, and
Stop.
7 of them points shouldn't even have been counted.
Right.
So really,
Hey,
they
Elliot,
scored 13.
Elliot,
No,
they was trying to keep it for Vegas to be happy. They want to keep it in the spread. That's what it was.
Listen, man.
Hey, you know what
if that-
though, Howard?
if that-
I think the Rams got
What's that?
down when OBJ went down. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
so.
Like I think they morale, like as a team, I think
Yep.
they all kind of got down. They went through a little low, then they went to halftime thinking, oh, okay, we're gonna come back out, we're gonna just go ahead and do our thing, and then the big play happened where it was a face mask. It would so that's how they got the lead. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's not like, you know what I mean, they did anything. Now that you think about it, if you take away, but I will say this, I think now I might stop saying that Jalen Ramsey is the best cornerback in the league because he gambled too much, man.
He gambled on
too
everything.
much.
He gambled on everything. He gambled on
Yeah.
everything.
But you gotta say but Tony, on that note, you got to say a gamble. That's what he does. Deion Sanders gambled a lot, so you got to say that, man.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Deion Sanders had
I didn't
makeup
think
speed.
Jalen,
Yeah.
but Jalen do too though. He
Nah,
just didn't know
he
that
ain't
boy was that
like
fast.
he don't
Deion.
have Jamal
He
Chase
didn't know that
makeup.
boy was that fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop comparing him to Deion though. Say
Yeah,
somebody
nobody
else.
compared to Deion.
Yeah,
I
say
got to
somebody
be
else.
honest. I'm not even a Deion fan,
I'm
and nobody compares to him.
I'm not comparing him. I'm not comparing him to Deion. I'm just saying what Deion did. Deion gambled a lot as well.
That sounds like a comparison.
Or whatever.
Well,
However you want to put it.
Just say, look,
He gambled a lot.
look. Who won the game? The offense or
Gamble-
the defense?
The defense.
Defense.
Period.
Defense.
The
won that.
defense. The
We-
defense
we
won
had-
the game. If you even go back, they played scared. To me, the Rams really played cautious and scared in that first half. That first quarter. It was like you started off running, you see it wasn't there, and they continued to run instead of putting the ball in the quarterback's hand and what he's been doing all along. I mean, that's how they got there. The running game is good, but once I think the first 2 plays, and they still continue to run, they seen that it was going to be a long day on the ground.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that was-
Cincinnati
you
defense.
gotta-
Cincinnati
you gotta
defense was better than a lot of people thought, man. I kept
well,
telling
It
y'all
was.
that.
that
It was
too,
better than a lot of
Howard,
people thought, man.
I agree with you, Howard,
Y'all-
but
y'all-
this is what you got to take in consideration. This team, first of all, Matthew Stafford led the league in interceptions this year, tied with Lawrence and Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. They played not to lose. They played so that he wouldn't make mistake. So that first interception he threw, he was still being cautious. It was just like a punt. He threw the ball 50 yards downfield. If they intercepted, oh well, we was gonna have to punt anyway because I was about to get tacked. And then the other one should not have been an interception right off the dude's hands. You know what I'm saying? Like
That would have been that's a hard catch. Tony, that was a hard catch to make if you really looked at that. That was a hard catch to make, man.
He wasn't even looking for the ball. It was like he said, moment got too big for him. He down the leg. You know what I'm saying?
He was looking forward. It was just a hard catch.
I think it was a bad throw.
It was a hard catch,
It
man.
was a bad throw.
Yeah,
That was a bad throw.
And he's done it.
Howard could
He's
have caught
done
that
it
ball.
2 weeks in a
Howard could have
row.
caught that ball.
I couldn't have caught that one, boy.
In a row, man. He's the Baker Mayfield of wide receivers.
Oh,
Hey, look, man. That's hey. Skoranek is a decent ball player, man. The man young, first of all. The man is young. He's young. But that pass was behind him. Now the one the week before Skoranek, he's the one that dropped the pass. That bad pass that your boy threw. The week before, he had no business missing that touchdown. I give you that. But that pass Sunday, that's a bad pass, man. Horrible. I kept looking at it. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but that was a bad pass by your boy.
Hey, y'all think
That was a bad
Burrows and
pass.
Cincinnati getting back to the Super Bowl?
About 5 years.
No,
Yes, yes.
Man, it's gonna be hard, man. When
Yes,
you
it's
get
gonna
there, man, it's
gonna
hard
be
to get back,
hard.
man.
It's gonna be hard.
And then, like
it's gonna be
Tony
at least a
said, the
5 year
AFC,
gap.
their division, size for the Pittsburgh Steelers, their division is going to be crazy.
You know what, Howard? Though?
Mahomes gonna win a couple of more.
You know what? I
It's the
don't know
truth,
that
though.
either, though, Elliot.
But Pittsburgh got to get a
I
quarterback.
really think Mahomes, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Your boy from Buffalo gonna get one in there.
He might get one.
He might get the next two.
And that
You're right.
know
You might
about
get
all
at
that.
least two.
No, their
I
team
don't know about
is
all that.
set up. No, they have a more
They-
complete team than everybody else. They had the number one.
Well, they were
defense.
missing. They was missing their number one defender too. So he didn't he get injured this year. I forget his name. Their number one defensive back. They were missing him this year too.
Hey, Greg, just because we talk about Cincinnati don't mean you got to stop talking.
Now, I'm just listening how y'all talk about the AFC. You still know they got to come through the NFC to get to that Super Bowl win. So you can talk about the
Hey.
NFC. Don't count
Hey,
them
listen.
Rams out on this NFC side. We'll be waiting on each one of them.
I got you.
Greg.
I wouldn't be
Greg,
surprised to see the Rams back.
as happy as I was about the Rams win, let's not make any mistakes. If the Cincinnati Bengals didn't have 5 of me on the offensive line and let them get manhandled by by Aaron Donald, I don't know that game would have went the way I wanted it to. Like you said, 7 sacks. See, 7 sacks, and that don't even count the number of times that he had to throw the ball quick just to keep him getting hit. And again, how you talked about coaching, to me, this game was lost. They was trying to make Joe Burrow be a hero. Man, Mixon was averaging 7 yards a carry, and they stopped running the ball. And then when they needed it on 4th and 1, they didn't have Mixon in the game. They had Majay P. Ryan in the game. And I'm like, yo, no, that boy was dominating them. All they did was double team Aaron Donald. But here's the problem. Their coach, I would have had somebody in the sideline saying, hey, when Robinson in the game, we can't run the ball. But every time he goes to the bench, I'm running straight. You know what I'm saying? Because the Rams could run when Robinson wasn't in the game. And Mixon was averaging 7 yards a carry. But they were trying to make Burrow the hero, and they ended up biting him in the butt.
Quick question. Should Cooper Kupp have won the MVP?
No. Donald should have got it, man.
I'm a big Rams
Donald
fan.
should have got that thing, man.
Donald should have got it. I mean, Cooper Kupp had an awesome season, but when you said
no, you got it. He had one of the best seasons ever for a wide receiver.
But he
had one great quarter.
He was not the MVP.
He had one great quarter. That was the 4th quarter.
And Aaron Donald was the MVP in that Super Bowl.
How many great quarters? I mean, I don't want to say this like he didn't have it, but how many great quarters did Aaron Donald have?
You said quarters?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald has 4 great quarters. Aaron Donald has 4 great. Come on, man.
They won't get to him in that first half. It wasn't until
when
the
you
second
got the
half.
triple and double. When you got the triple and double team a man, and you leave other people open for
They didn't double team
Aaron
Coop.
Donald has a great. Come on, Bishop, stop that.
They didn't double team Coop.
Come on, man.
They double teamed that first half.
They double teamed them as soon as OBJ went out. They put everything on him.
No, they did it with OBJ.
They did it with OBJ in, right?
He didn't have a good game until the end of the game. Until then, he was being shut down.
Howard, he wasn't being shut down. He wasn't being thrown to. And then here's the thing. At the end of the game, you notice when he got them catches, he was still double teamed. But you know what? Matthew Stafford say, if I'm going to die going to my best player. And his best player.
And I think that was a coach decision. I think Sean McVay told him, don't throw it to nobody but Cooper.
Because you see when we throw it to the Baker Mayfield and wide receivers, what happened.
Yeah,
but don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have been mad if they gave it to Aaron Donald, though.
Right. Exactly.
I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have complained about it.
Man.
Like you said, the Rams stars stepped up when they had to, because Cooper Kupp really stepped up on that wide receivers. What it's called that wide receiver handoff. I'm losing my train. When he came up. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was the biggest play of the game.
That was
That was the biggest play of the game. That was the
the
biggest play of the game.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Exactly. That was the
That
biggest
was the
play,
biggest
right?
play of the
If he
game.
had made
Yes.
that,
Yes.
woo!
Yes.
Let me ask y'all a question. Is Stafford a Hall of Famer now?
I'm sorry, man. I was on that. Once he get this, he gonna be a Hall of Famer, right? Until Richard Sherman changed my mind.
He did,
Yeah.
didn't he?
He did.
He did, Tony. He did,
They
didn't
give it away like
Hey,
candy.
he? He
man.
changed mine too.
Hey, he changed my mind. No, when you think about it, dude, he has never been a Pro Bowler. I mean, he's been a one-time Pro Bowler in 13 years. Come on, man. How
He
can you
did, Tony.
say?
Yeah, he did.
How
Tony.
can you say one time? I mean, he got yards. You can blame it on Detroit. And I would say this. Dan Graziano said it best. He was like, you don't go to the Hall of Fame on potential. You go to the Hall of Fame on what you actually did. So we can't say if you would have been on a better team, you definitely would be a Hall
you
of
don't get.
Famer.
Yeah, you don't get them
Yeah.
kind of credits.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. I'm asking everybody: Hall of Famer right now or not?
No,
Nah.
no.
Yeah, I gotta say not too. I don't think he's
All
right.
right, he'll probably be one though before it's over with because he'll have too
Yeah.
many numbers. He had too many numbers.
If
He'll probably be top 5 or top 3 in passing. You know, it'll be too much when it's over. Not to give him that.
Hey, if he bring it back to back championship, oh yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer then.
Yeah, it's hard though.
We can
It's hard
talk,
though when
man.
you
We
get
can
the
talk.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
know.
You know, it's hard.
Yeah, but Trent Dilfer got one.
I'm enjoying moment now.
Trent Dilfer got one. He got some more work to do.
Yeah. Hardware talk.
Trent Diffler
That
ain't
won't.
getting in. No, Trent Diffler ain't getting
Greg,
in.
hey, Greg, you funny, Greg. Do that
Hey,
again, Greg. Do that again, Greg.
Hey, what should OBJ do now? You know, he up this year.
His money.
Got to figure out what that injury is, man.
No,
You got to figure out what that injury
Come back
is.
next season, work on the repeat.
Well, they said it's a ACL. He
Yeah,
had
they
a
say it
surgery
might be
tomorrow.
ACL.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
said it was. He had a surgery.
Well, he out for another year. He's done for
man,
another
he
year.
got time to come back.
Yeah, he got time to come
He got
back.
time, yeah, they say he got time to heal. But then, like you said, Woods will be back too. So we'll
Right.
see if OBJ stay and he's happy in LA. I don't see a reason why he should go. He's happy.
Hey, man, if Robert Woods come back and then they put Cooper Kupp back in the slot, and you got OBJ and Woods on the other side, I'm gonna be honest.
Man, Cooper Kupp, they ain't got to put Cooper Kupp nowhere but on the field. It don't matter. He could be in the slot in the backfield. It don't even matter. That dude just gets open. It's simple as that.
No, I get it.
Open,
What
man.
I'm saying is, if he in the slot, he can't. You know what I'm saying? He can't get that Jalen Ramsey type outside corner on him all the time. Like he gonna be on safeties and on, you know what I'm saying, slot corners and stuff like that.
It don't matter. It don't matter who's on that dude, man. This dude just can run routes, man. He's one of the, if not the best route runner in the NFL. It don't matter. I don't care who tried to. Jalen Ramsey could get on him and couldn't stop that dude,
Well,
man.
wrong person.
Period.
Say somebody else.
Hey, so
I'm gonna say Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
gonna say Jalen
somebody
Ramsey.
got burnt.
He
so
probably go at him
Howard,
in practice anyway.
hey,
Go ahead.
so Howard, what you saying? If Woods come back, OBJ and Woods and Cooper Kupp, the Rams will have one
It's gonna be a problem, bro. It's gonna be a problem with that receiving core.
No, who
Simple as
y'all
that.
need to hope come back is Donald. That's who y'all need to hope come back.
You know,
He coming back, man.
All them kids at the
He
house.
coming back. He was just talking, man. He coming back. He coming back.
All them kids at the house.
One last question about Super Bowl. Y'all think McVay does this make him a Hall of Fame coach? Went to the Super Bowl 2 times, won one.
Man, he's been coaching 5 minutes. No,
Yeah,
think so?
still need some more time. Not yet.
No,
I mean, let me ask you a question. What would make him a Hall of Fame coach then? What does he need to do?
Like 10 years at least.
Let me ask you a question. If he win the next Super Bowl, what about then?
That means he's been coaching for 5 years.
He'll be in the conversation.
Hold on now. Y'all hold on. So is there a time limit you gotta be coaching before you think you could be considered?
So look at all the Hall of Fame coaches. every Hall of Fame coach coached a whole lot of years. You don't get to just come in and coach 5 years, get your rings up.
But he done been to the Super Bowl 2 times. He done been to the Super Bowl 2 times in 5 years. What happened if it's 3 times in 6?
Okay, so you remember the 49ers run? You remember when Walsh retired? And then everybody that came in after him was able to go. Mariucci went.
Yeah, but that ain't like Sean McVay. He ain't come in on no good team like that. He did that.
With Sean McVay, if Sean McVay have a good winning percentage out of his career, say like 700% of his wins, then yeah. But or you gave him I'm confused.
Hey, if I get in the game and take 3 threes and make all 3 of them, and I retire 100% from 3-point range,
listen,
that's
not the same. Your analogy should be if you come in the league and win 3 championships in your first 3 years, not 3 threes. Your analogy should be if you come in the league and you win 2 out of your and you the main person on the team. What I'm saying is, are you telling me then that length is the requirement for a coach to be considered to the Hall of Fame? That's all I'm saying.
Yes. For coaches, yes.
All right.
There's got to be some longevity, man.
Some tradition, man.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think they would have went to 2 Super Bowls without Sean McVay?
It depends on who they had in their place.
You know what? When we had Jared Goff wasn't winning no Super Bowl.
And he took Jared Goff to the Super Bowl. He took him to the Super Bowl.
Gonna win the Super Bowl.
Let me ask you a question. Because this didn't mean for me to take this long. And I agree with y'all about the Hall of Fame, but y'all dismissed it because he ain't been in the league for 5 years. Let me ask y'all this. Let's say he win. Let's say he don't win no more, and he coached for 10 years, and he don't win another Super Bowl. Would that make him a Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah,
because that make him on his wins and losses.
Success.
Let's say he go 60%. Does that make him a Hall of Fame coach?
Probably not. He got to be.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this. Let's say he win the next Super Bowl and then go 60%.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. What y'all ain't saying, y'all saying he going to the Super Bowl. I mean, he going to the Hall of Fame based upon the 2 Super Bowls, not his longevity in the league.
Nah, but you gotta have both. That's just how they vote for.
Let me ask y'all a question. Should Mike Tomlin go to the Hall of Fame?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Without question.
Okay.
100.
Right.
190%.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
You already knew the answer to that anyway, so stop. Why you?
That's why he just asked. It was a compliment.
I asked him because he has how many Super Bowls? He don't have but 1 Super Bowl, right?
Right.
He has no losing seasons.
I thought he had.
Tomlin got 2.
Yeah,
I don't think Tomlin got 2. I think he got 1.
He has no losing
seasons. Because Ben got 2, right?
No.
And Ben got 1 under Cowher.
Under Cowher, and then he got 1 under Tomlin.
And then he got 1 under Tomlin. So Tomlin, been 2 or 3, but he got 1.
Tomlin has never had a losing season.
I understand. You're right. I mean, I agree with that. I'm just saying. It seems to me y'all basing the Hall of Fame on how long he played, and not if the guy win 3 more Super Bowls in the next 5 years.
Then that's Bill Belichick. So yes, he's in the Hall of Fame even without
the Hall of Fame. And think about it.
He won 4 championships in a short period of time.
You heard it. You say he wins. If he wins,
hey, who is the coach?
If he loses,
hey, who is the coach?
The other thing out
for the Giants that won 2 Super Bowls with Eli. Coughlin, ain't his name Coughlin?
Coughlin, yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame, Coach?
I think he got longevity too, man.
Yeah, he got it. He got
because he didn't only coach nothing. He didn't only coach years. He didn't only coach the Giants.
I don't even think he been to the playoffs twice.
No, dude.
And he won the
You
Super
know what I'm
Bowl.
saying? I don't think he been to the
Coach
playoffs but
Jacksonville.
twice.
Hey,
He took the
he
Jags
He
to
coached
the
Jacksonville.
AFC
Eli
Championship
Manning.
expansion
I'm
team.
talking
That's
about
the
in New
right
York.
there.
How long he coached in New York?
No, but we talking
How,
about overall
I know.
career
How long he
longevity.
coached in New York?
Like 6 years.
I don't know.
It was like 6 years.
Might have been longer than that. But anyway, that
And he
dude,
went 9-7 too and won the Super Bowl. So
that gotta
What?
get you. That ought to get you. Man, let me move on, Greg. I'm sorry, Greg. Y'all said Coughlin should be. Y'all said Coughlin should be in the Super Bowl. Coughlin was
No, I didn't
almost.
say-
He was almost a bad coach.
I didn't think he should get
He
in.
coached.
I'm
He
saying-
coached the Giants for 11 years.
11 years.
11.
How many times he went to the playoffs? Probably twice. The 2 times he won the Super Bowl. The other times they probably ain't even been to the playoffs, man. How you get in the Hall of Fame? And y'all telling me that dude is a Hall of Fame coach?
It's hard to win in the NFL, man.
I know, but evidently it don't take winning. It just take them 2 Super Bowls and then coaching for 15 years.
Hey,
But
go back.
but I don't think Eli's a Hall of Famer either, because all he got is the 2 Super Bowl rings.
Mhm. It
So
goes back.
hold on. How is Eli not in the Hall of Fame? Because he only got 2 Super Bowls, but Coughlin is.
No, I'm saying his career doesn't line up with the rest. So here's the thing: if you stack
Coughlin's don't
resume,
either.
no, listen what I'm saying. If you stack Coughlin's resume up against other Hall of Fame coaches, there might be a comparison. I don't think there's a comparison if you stack Eli's career and resume up against other Hall of Fame quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
I think Eli's career is better than some of those because they don't have Super Bowls.
Nah, see, dude, you that dude, man. That is.
I gotta count Super Bowls because y'all counting the 2 for Coughlin.
No, we not.
Let me ask you a question. If Coughlin didn't have the 2 Super Bowls, would he be a Hall of Fame coach?
He went to the postseason 19 times.
Yeah, man, he been in
2
the
Super
postseason
Bowls.
19 times.
12 and 7.
So he got longevity. He
2
ain't
Super
like
Bowls.
How many with the
12
Giants?
and 7 in the playoffs.
What'd you say?
He's 12-7 in the playoffs.
With Eli.
Went to the Super Bowl with Eli twice. That'll put
Yeah,
you
why
on.
Eli don't get credit then? Why Coughlin get credit for going to the Super Bowl and Eli don't?
because those teams won with defense, man. Eli was just along for the ride and the glue
He
on
was
the helmet.
alone for the
That
ride.
was it.
Exactly. There you go.
Man, I'm leaving. Hey, Greg, you got anything you want to say on this topic, man? They making me mad, man. I'm mad, man. I'm mad, man. They making me mad. Go ahead, Greg, you got anything? That's funny. Greg, you got anything you want to say on this subject?
No. Like I said, I agree with you. He ain't no Hall of Fame coach right now.
All right, my man. All right, man. Look, congratulations to you, man. It was a great season. Y'all did it, man. I'm really happy for you. I was rooting for LA. You know, I wanted OBJ to get it. I thought it was huge for Sean McVay because if his apprentice had won it before him, that would have been bad, man. That would have been bad.
I know.
Hurt.
Well,
Yeah, that
at
would have
least-
hurt, man. He might not even talk to that dude no more.
Hey, at least this time, y'all know who officially in last place on y'all rankings. Because all y'all pick LA but one person.
Yeah,
So
Ain't but one person picked the Bengals.
He in last place.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And he in last place for
by
real.
himself.
I'll stay there. I'll stay there. It's all good. It's all good. 'Cause I bet.
All right,
I bet-
Greg,
I bet-
man, it's been a pleasure, man.
All right, thanks for
All right.
Champ.
All right.
All right,
My man.
man. All right, so look, we got to talk about this NBA draft, man. I mean, NBA trade. Who won the trade between the Nets and the Sixers? Go.
I think they
The
both
Nets.
You think the Nets
The
won?
Nets.
The Sixers.
The
You
Nets
think the
won.
Sixers?
The Sixers.
The Nets won.
I think they both.
The
lost.
Sixers got an MVP.
The Sixers
player.
don't got no shooting now, man. They let Curry. They have no shooting now. Period. Even with
still
James
got
Harden,
Korkmaz.
they got
They
James
still got
Harden.
Korkmaz.
They can't win it by themselves. They got who?
They still got Korkmaz. He's a shooter.
Man, stop, Tony. He garbage. Keep going. Keep going.
No, that's the shooter. And then he's the shooter. And then what's the
He don't even start, Tony.
Max.
Come on, Tony. Keep going.
Maxey.
You got Maxey, their point guard. He's gonna be good. He's going to be good. But he's the point guard. So where they gonna put him there? At the 2?
He's gonna be playing off the
Or they gonna
ball.
put him coming off the
James
bench?
got to dribble. I think the Nets got the better of the two, but I think they both lost because I don't.
Why? Explain.
So here's the thing. I think Harden is going to be bad for the Sixers. I think he's going to take away from Joel Embiid's dominance. I think Joel Embiid right now is playing, and what he needs is for people to play around him. I don't think Harden is a play around him type dude. But then with the Nets, I don't know where Ben Simmons is. I think from a basketball standpoint, if they can just get him to take a shot, if they can just get in his head, take the shot. We don't care if you miss, as long as it's a good shot, take it.
Can I say this? Before you go any further?
Yeah.
They don't need him to shoot right now.
Yeah, they don't.
No.
They got shooting all around him. And you forgetting one missing piece that's off the bench that he ain't even played this year. What's the guy from Virginia? He hasn't even played this year. They don't need him to shoot the ball outside. They just need him to do dominance inside and play good defense.
Yeah,
they don't need him to shoot the ball.
Go inside because he's scared to shoot free throws. That's the thing. The problem with Ben Simmons is that he won't post up because he don't want to get fouled. Now, if that's fixed, I think the Nets won hands down because I think it's all a better fit basketball wise. They can let this dude run the offense, running it up and down the court for their fast break, and then when they get in the half court, they can give it to Durant and Kyrie. It's the best of both worlds. The problem is,
you forget you're talking about Durant and Kyrie. They got Curry now. They don't need. They still got Mills. They got all the shooting that they need.
And they got
Drummond. That's underrated right there. They got Drummond, and they got to get rid of Millsap, who was sitting around with an attitude like James Harden all the time because he won't get in the playing.
Millsap got shipped out though. Millsap gone.
That's what he said.
Millsap is gone.
They got rid of him. That's what I'm saying. That was another good thing. So overall, I do feel like the Nets won. I just don't know where they are in their future because, you know what I'm saying, can Durant win without Kyrie? You know what I'm saying? Because they might have to deal with that next year. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, he'd have been the one I traded, but you know.
Well, you couldn't trade him only because Harden and KD was beefing too, though. So Harden didn't want to be there. But Elliot, you say the Sixers won. Why you feel that way?
I'm thinking the Sixers won. So look, the Nets get a guy that's an MVP caliber, but
who? Steph Curry.
No.
Who was an MVP caliber?
Ben.
Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead and finish.
Yeah. So he ain't played all year, so we don't know what he gonna do, what kind of shape he's in.
He won an MVP. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And
I'm
plus,
sorry. Go ahead.
What they gonna do about his free throws? Yeah, he gonna defend. But what they gonna do about his free throws? I really believe.
You talking against? Then you do? What you talking about? Ben Simmons? Oh, you talking about right? I understand what you're saying. I just don't know about that MVP.
So you saying the Sixers won it? You saying the Sixers won it?
Right.
Yeah.
And you're saying that because of the caliber player Ben Simmons is right now. Yeah, that's the same thing Tony's saying.
We got MVP.
What?
No, I don't think the Sixers.
You the same one.
I think
you the same one to say your boys is good. So I'm not defending you on this one, man. You the same one to say the Lakers are good. I'm not defending you on this one.
I'm about to say
I defend you, but I can't defend you on that. No.
I'm about to say something real controversial. I think the Sixers before the trade, even with being on the bench, is better than the Sixers with Harden out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That ain't no controversy. That's not because I'm agreeing 100%. No, I'm agreeing 100% with you. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you, man. Watch, man. I'm telling you, man. That James Harden thing is, man. It take a lot. You look at how when he became James Harden, it was because they put him in the middle, put a roller beside him, and shooters around the outside. We don't care about nothing.
He didn't play that way last year for the Nets, and people was talking like he was one of the top 3 people for MVP voting.
Yeah, I saw it. Right.
Oh, he was balling last year.
And he changed his entire game for the Nets.
Yeah, but how long did that last?
The whole season.
He had no choice though.
That lasted the whole season. He had, and then Kyrie, Kyrie get hurt.
Yep.
He was
Yes, in
sad
the
about it.
playoffs. Sprained his ankle.
He played. It didn't seem like he was sad. It seemed like he balled out. People were talking like Harden was playing the best
Well,
unselfish
Harden got hurt too.
basketball of his career, and he got hurt. His hamstring.
Yeah, he pulled that hamstring. But then the
I'm saying,
hamstring.
in the playoffs, he was looking bad.
Howard,
In the playoffs, James
it's
was
the
looking
same
bad.
hamstring. It's the
But he was
same
hurt.
hamstring right now
I
that he hurt then.
I agree. That's a problem. But
That's what I know.
think, listen,
That's what I know.
think when Harden go to this team, I think Harden knows this Embiid's team.
Is he going to go jogging? Is he going jogging with Embiid?
Yeah, but he wasn't in shape last year.
Yeah,
And he balled out.
But that's how you pull hamstrings.
Yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong now. The unshaped thing, I don't know about that. He might stay hurt. I don't know. He might can't live up to it. I'm saying if he is healthy, he is better than not having Ben Simmons on the court.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this team this year.
I'm talking about this. I don't think there is no way Philly was gonna win the East without Harden coming on the team. They won't beat Milwaukee.
Well,
or Chicago or Miami.
I don't think they beat Milwaukee.
With the pieces
But
they
got
had,
a chance to beat.
they
They got a
could do
chance
the
to
job.
beat Chicago and Miami.
The pieces they had, man.
I think they got it.
They got a chance.
They've been beating them
Now,
all season. Ain't nothing changed on that.
Yeah, but out in the playoffs, that ain't gonna happen.
I know it's different. I already know it's different. They
But
always
what the problem I think they're
But
gonna
still,
have
man,
is if that Ben Simmons come back right, they're gonna have a problem with the Nets.
Oh
That's
no, dude. And listen, they do. And so I just am not banking on that. But if he turned in and if he get and he gel with KD and KD give him the confidence, just be Draymond. All you got to do is shoot just like Draymond
and defend the best guy on the other team. That in of itself,
he ain't got to shoot.
Yes,
is enough.
He ain't got to shoot.
He ain't got to
shoot.
No. You
he ain't got to shoot. Tony, he don't got to shoot.
Steph Curry, not with Steph
I
Curry.
keep telling you that.
No.
I keep telling you that his defense was wet. His defense is what carries him. He's not a great shooter. We all know this. He's not a great free. We all know this. But he can play some defense, man. And they need somebody on the team other than Durant playing defense.
No. I get it. Howard,
he got the shooting around him.
It ain't that he has to shoot and make shots and he has to score for them. He has to at least be a threat so we can't double team Kevin Durant without the ball because we know you a self-check. You don't even want to drive.
He's going to be a threat, Tony. He's going to be a threat. You know, from the jump, him and Embiid never got along.
From the jump that
they was on, they never got along.
But Embiid ain't his problem. His problem is between his ears.
That's it. And he could have fixed it. I'm hoping for him that he fixed it.
Let's find out. I think he's in a better situation than he was in Philly.
Yo,
yes, sir. He's in a better
situation. Wide open
situation.
Pass the ball to Thibault in the playoffs instead of going up, and it's the reason why you lose and get knocked out.
But the thing is, though, man,
that ain't the reason. That's not the reason.
He has a
Don't
lot
put that just the reason.
Cover.
That ain't the reason. They got their tails beat.
He does.
All right,
he has a lot of cover.
He
has Kyrie and KD as cover.
Yeah.
And New Jersey. Which mean what I'm saying is
he didn't have that in Philly.
They not expecting him.
They not.
And watch this though.
The expectations are not.
They can also sit him on the bench in the fourth quarter, and they still got Mills and Curry. You know what I'm saying? That could either one of them that can come out there and they can all shoot. So I mean, I get that. I agree. I think he need to play small ball center. If he plays small ball center and embrace that role, become Giannis. You know what? Everybody talked about Giannis. Giannis couldn't shoot, but you know what Giannis did do? He shot until eventually it was going in. And
he just worked on his craft. He worked on his craft all season, man.
Yeah,
he worked on his craft. That's what you got to do.
Ben don't need to be
on that thing.
Ben don't need to be in the gym though. Ben need to be on somebody's couch. All right, let's go. We got the All-Star draft up next, man. I don't know if Howard said he didn't see it, but we talked about Braun and KD, how they clowned hard. So let's watch a little bit of that.
Chuckster, what are you laughing about right now?
I can't say what I'm laughing. I can't say what I'm thinking.
I
can't say what I'm laughing at either. I don't want to say it, man. No, you can say it. You don't want to play with me then? You don't want to play with me. exactly right. Hey, you didn't want to play with me? Take your ass on that. Stay on that board. I know that's just saying, man.
Man, you're keeping that straight face, KD.
Yes, indeed.
Applaud you for that. Okay, LeBron.
With the 5th pick in the 2nd round, I'm going to go with Donovan Mitchell.
25 points a night. 34.
KD boy, he's just a straight face.
It's gonna be cool right here. Go ahead. It's you, KD. All you.
All right, for my 6th pick of my reserves, I'm gonna go with the first timer again, LaMelo Ball.
Oh, they clouded my
Ball,
man.
spot opened up on the Eastern Conference side because
He
of
played
injury.
5 minutes. That's must-see 5 minutes. Come on, LeBron. Just make him sweat it out. Just make him sweat it out. Take anybody else.
With the 6th pick in the 2nd round, per request of the Chuckster, I'm going with Fred Van Vliet.
There you go. There you go.
First timer in his
Well,
6th.
KD,
It's crazy, man.
KD just needs size right now to me. I think you remember last time. Remember last year LeBron said he needed size. No, he needs 6'2" guy. No, he needs size.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some size for sure. I'm gonna need some size and
Jay stupid, man.
especially with Giannis and LeBron James
Without
playing
question.
such great basketball this year. I need somebody to offset that, so I'm gonna go with Rudy Gobert.
I agree.
That worked out nicely
That
for you.
worked out nicely. I mean, you can't let people run through the lane and dunk all the time. Got somebody defending back there. Hey, let's not check.
All right, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, hey, look, y'all think it was right, man, the way they clown my man on Inside the NBA?
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Kevin D taking that at heart, man. He's pissed off about that. And Bishop, we talked about a little bit before when the show came on that they were beefing. I don't know what they beefing about, but he is pissed off about that, man. Listen, if you get on his wrong side, you're gonna stay on his wrong side. Ask Chuck is he on his wrong side? Remember the one question he asked him last year, and he gave him one answer, and that was it. He don't like nobody talking about him, man. And this dude just disrespected him and left their basketball team. But y'all know how KD is, man. He, you get under his skin pretty easy. Hey, it is what it is. That John crazy though.
Hey man, listen. I don't care whether he mad or not. That was hilarious. I was sitting there watching this, and everybody was weak at the same time, and I was done. And then he played along. Yeah, I do need some size, man. Come on, man. That was hilarious.
It was
I
hilarious.
wouldn't want James Harden on the team either. No, do your thing. That was hilarious.
And after that, they say James Harden not playing now in the.
Yeah, he's injured. He injured.
Yeah, he might not even go to the festivities, man. After that,
No, he ain't going.
he ain't going. Look, man. So James Harden had a presser. I want y'all to listen to this real quick. We'll talk about it. 3 minutes.
Philly, James, this question is for you. I guess it's a two-part question. Why did you want out of Brooklyn, and why did you want Philadelphia to be your destination?
Originally, when I was going through everything I was going through, in Houston, Philly was my first choice. It just didn't happen. So, but just detailed, I don't really want to get into, the Brooklyn situation. I just knew, for a very long time this was a perfect fit, and obviously you got a big man, the best big man in the league, in Joel, and then obviously the coaching, just from top to bottom, it made sense, and I'm just happy and blessed that I'm here, and as Doc and everybody knows and everybody wants is to win and be the last team standing. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
Man, he said he wanted to be in Philly the whole time. That means the whole.
No, that's true though. So when this first started happening, he was trying to get traded to Philly. He was trying to follow Daryl Morey
From Houston.
And so, from Houston. And so, to me, it just seemed like he was only going to be in Brooklyn for 2 years anyway,
Right.
and then he was going to sign. I think this worked out for as good as it could have worked out for the Nets, because essentially they traded Jared Allen and their picks and Karis LeVert for Gordon Curry and Drummond, and to me that works out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good, because Ben Simmons is somebody that you can, build around later on. You know what I'm saying? If they lose Kyrie, Ben Simmons. So, but I believe him when he says that. He didn't want to talk about the beef. I would have liked him to get and talk, about the beef, but he wanted to go there first. That, as a matter of fact, that was the first team he was rumored to.
Wow. So the whole time, really, he was playing.
Oh, he was
but
plotting.
He didn't want to be there.
I think look. My conspiracy theory is he set it up where he was like, "All right, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna stay for a little while, and then I'm gonna act up like I did in Houston." So
that's what he did.
But the only problem was the Brooklyn Nets didn't care. They took Philly for everything they had in that trade, though.
They play in 2 weeks. They play each other in 2 weeks.
I don't think either one of them gonna be on the court.
I think Ben might be on the court.
Who?
No, I think all of them nursing they gonna be nursing making sure their injuries are good.
But Kyrie gonna be there. Kyrie gonna be there because he can play away, so he gonna be there.
Yeah.
Man, that's something. All right, Ben had a little presser too. We'll listen to a little bit of that.
Hey Ben, what's the ramp-up process been like for you, and when do you anticipate being able to participate in games?
Yes, I don't have a date yet, but I'm working towards getting back on the floor, and yeah, so no date yet, but I'm starting to ramp it up.
Hey Ben, was there anything this season that could have changed your mind and got you to play again, or was your mind made up and until you were out of Philadelphia you were definitely not going to play again?
For me, it was just making sure mentally I was right to get out there and play again. So that's something I've been, dealing with.
Mentally,
and it wasn't about the fans or coaches or comments made by anybody. It was just a personal thing for me. That was earlier than that series or even that season that I was dealing with. And that organization knew that. So it was something that I continue to deal with, and I'm getting there and getting to the right place to get back on the floor.
All right, what's your thoughts on that real quick?
Wasn't he dealing with one of them girls, man?
No. I'm not messing with you.
Y'all know what time it is when that happens, right?
They do gotta have it to make you lose your mind, though.
They gotta have it to make you lose your mind.
You going crazy right now?
Oh, they all go crazy. Lamar Odom,
yeah, they go crazy.
They ended the boy Humphrey's
Not Blake
career.
Griffin, but the other dude, Humphreys, yeah.
Ended his career.
Yeah. Man, you know what? I ain't gonna put that. I ain't gonna put that on the Kardashian girl.
No, I would say this though. Normally, I would be sitting here like, yo, man, this dude weak, this dude whatever. But you saw Markelle Fultz go through the same thing where he couldn't even he couldn't even do his shooting motion anymore. You see baseball players like Chuck Knobloch can't throw the ball from second base to first base anymore. You see a pitcher like Rick Ankiel, you know what I'm saying? They had to put him in the outfield because he can't throw it. Something happens mentally where it snapped. I don't understand
but
it.
He ain't never shot.
Yeah, but he used to at least dunk and didn't mind going to the free throw line. And then all of a sudden, that changed. And so I think the pressure of Philly only added to it. So I mean, I'm not going to discount, what I'm saying, what the man was going through. So, but
I'm not either, Tony. But it's you know what time it is. You and me, we all know that. You know.
All
what
right, let's move on. Let's move on here one more time. Listen, man, the Lakers are a huge bunch of mess right now. They've been benching Westbrook, and I want to listen to one of his comments, and then we'll come back and we'll close out.
The Bucks hit 15 threes in a blowout win over the Lakers last night. They led by as many as 30. Giannis had 44 points, 17 of 20 from the floor. Russell Westbrook was benched for the fourth quarter in this game. And after the loss, Westbrook was seen consoling his teammates. Then after the game, he shared his thoughts about his role on the Lakers right now.
Do you have a sense for what benchmarks you have to hit to be in the starting line or the closing lineup more consistently?
No. I don't got that answer for you, brother. I wish I did. I shouldn't have to hit any benchmark, to be honest. I put a lot of work in. I got a lot of respect in this game. I don't have to hit a benchmark. I shouldn't have to. I earned the right, to be in closing lineups. I mean, numbers will tell you. I don't have to explain that. But like I
I cut it off for time, man. It's more the same. Is he delusional?
I don't want to say
No.
he's delusional. I mean, you got to play with confidence. If he ain't got confidence, he ain't got anything else. Is he playing his best? No. Has he played better? Yeah. You know, is he meeting expectations? Nah.
Nah, he not delusional. What he's thinking that we supposed to do is we supposed